This is hair-raising, my friend. News has just broken behind the scenes that could completely change the Eagles' plans. We're talking about an unexpected turn of events, a masterstroke no one saw coming, and one that could transform the season before it even starts. You need to hear this now because the decision on the table promises to shake up every Eagles fan. If you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, you've probably heard the rumors. The team could trade their young QB, Tanner McKee, now. And if that happens, it will be one of the most strategic decisions the Eagles have made in recent years. And I'm not saying it's a mistake. First, let's break down the numbers. McKee, the hotshot who had an impressive preseason, is under contract for $1 million per season through 2026. That's a steal for the future of any franchise, especially considering he has more potential than some starting QBs out there. We're not talking about just any player. McKee has that something extra, a spark that could transform the times in the long run. Now, if you think a trade with the Colts could be a solution, think again. Yes, the Colts desperately need a QB, but my friends, you don't sell a future star for a second-round pick and a smile. GM Howie Roseman is a master negotiator and knows exactly what he's doing. He won't part with McKee without a very solid reason. For him, the game isn't about the now, it's about the next decade. And with McKee, the Eagles' long journey is more secure than ever. Here's the most important detail. The market is busy, options are on the table, but the Eagles can't afford to let McKee pass. He's not just a backup. McKee is a piece that could be the key to the franchise for years to come. And that's why he should be treated as such. No trade, no matter how attractive, can be made without ensuring that the time has something even bigger in mind. And the rumors about what the Eagles want, here they are. The real trick. McKee isn't just a gamble. He's Philadelphia's vision for the future. He's already demonstrated the ability to rise to the level of the best. Keep this in mind. The Eagles have much more at stake here than just a simple quarterback change. They're positioning the clock for the future, and McKee is an essential part of that plan. What you can't forget is that the Eagles are a team known for their bold moves, for always being 2 steps ahead. Make no mistake. When you think it's crazy, they're playing on a chessboard no one else sees. Keeping McKee right now isn't just a matter of avoiding a mistake. It's a strategic move that puts Philadelphia in a position of strength for the years to come. McKee could be the cornerstone of what the next generation of Eagles will be. So ultimately, what seemed like a risk may be the smartest move the Eagles have ever made. They know what they're doing, and that only leads us to one conclusion. Don't underestimate McKee's potential. He may not be the starting QB now, but in the future, he could be the face of the franchise. If the idea of trading Tanner McKee already seems controversial enough, imagine now when the name of an AFC defensive star comes into play and starts to be associated, albeit speculatively, with the Eagles' radar. The excitement surrounding the possibility of Bengals star Trey Hendrickson landing in Philadelphia is generating buzz. But hold on, Eagles fans. What seems like a perfect trade may not actually be as feasible as you think. Before you start dreaming about this addition, let's lay the cards on the table. First, the reality. Hendrickson's name always comes up when big-ticket trades are discussed, but so far, nothing suggests he's ready to be dealt. The Bengals, as always, are listening to offers, but that doesn't mean Hendrickson will leave. And if he is indeed traded, the Eagles aren't the favorites to land him. Reliable sources indicate that the Raiders are closer to completing such a deal. So, if you were already calculating how to fit Hendrickson into the Eagles' defense, it might be time to take a step back. Now, why would the Eagles, with one of the best front sevens in the NFL, gamble on Hendrickson when they already have a solid defense and other options to strengthen the defensive line? Howie Roseman, the master of trades, knows exactly when to pull off a masterstroke and when to remain calm. He's proven time and time again that we don't make rash decisions. Philadelphia's focus may be on other priorities, such as developing players already in-house or even more strategic moves for the future. Hendrickson is undoubtedly an exceptional talent, but will he fit the Eagles at the right time? Maybe not. The team is more interested in maintaining consistency and improving what it already has, rather than making a big-money trade without a clear plan. Roseman isn't the type of GM to rush into negotiations without a long-term vision. The search for pieces that fit the current scenario will be more careful than simply adding a star. So, instead of getting lost in the fantasy of seeing Hendrickson don the green and white, remember that the rumors may be more speculation than a concrete deal. What's really at stake for the Eagles right now is the performance of some players already. Who will stand out in the coming weeks and secure their spot on the team? That will be the true deciding factor for Philadelphia's future, not a last-minute trade. The lesson here is clear. Don't get carried away by rumors, because the Eagles' future doesn't depend on a shining star, but rather on strategic planning that includes talent development and thoughtful decisions. The coming weeks will reveal more than any name that will be floated on the market. And while these big moves capture the imagination of fans, the immediate reality is even harsher. The final battle of the preseason is approaching, and some players are literally fighting for their survival on the roster. The end of the preseason is just around the corner, and with it, the most important important decision of the year for the Eagles. Who will secure a spot on the final roster? 3 players are under the spotlight, and believe me, they have no time to waste. The next game against the Jets will be the last chance for Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Jahan Dotson, and Chance Campbell to show they deserve to be in the spotlight. The pressure is on. We start with Dorian Thompson-Robinson, DTR, a player who arrived with high expectations but so far hasn't delivered. The competition for the QB3 role is fierce, and a young talent like McCord is already calling the shots, putting DTR in a delicate situation. His preseason performance raised many questions about his ability to compete at a higher level. If he doesn't put on an impressive display against the Jets, DTR's departure could be just a matter of time. But be careful, they might be eyeing the chance to land this young QB again and give him the opportunity the Eagles might not. Next, we have Jahan Dotson, a player who had everything to cement himself as the Eagles' WR3. However, so far, he's been just another guy at the moment, failing to break through. The arrival of John Mechie III, with his more consistent performance, has put Dotson even more at risk. Time is running out, and if he doesn't show something relevant against the Jets, Dotson's time in Philadelphia could end sooner than he imagined. One of the biggest challenges for the young receiver will be proving he's more than just a prospect, but a player capable of truly adding value. Of course, Chance Campbell, the linebacker who seems to carry the weight of the world on his shoulders. After 3 consecutive years of injuries and with a contract signed only at the end of the preseason, Campbell is in a life-or-death situation for his NFL career. He's talented, but the time lost to injuries has put him in a race against the clock. If he doesn't shine now, the reality is harsh. The NFL is unforgiving, and other times the possibility of signing him can quickly disappear. For Campbell, this is indeed his last chance to prove his worth. These 3 players are fighting for their NFL lives, and all eyes will be on them in the upcoming game against the Jets. It's not just about securing a spot on the Eagles roster, but about defining their future in the league. If they fail, their careers could take a major step back. If they succeed, the reward could be huge. With McKee's market movements, the possible arrival of Hendrickson, and the last chances for DTR, Dotson, and Campbell with the Eagles, which of these situations do you think will have the biggest impact on the team's future? The McKee trade, the addition of Hendrickson, or the decisions regarding these 3 crucial players? Leave your opinion here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to update you with the latest Eagles news.